Boom shakalaka, what's going on, guys? Randall here from Crypto Love, and today we are talking about how low will Bitcoin and altcoins go? Are they going to zero? Are they going to 4,000? Are they going to 6,000? Are they going to 8,000? Are they going to $1 million? Well, we will take a look at that, but before we do, just want to say thank you to everyone subscribing. Thank you to everyone nuking that like button or nuking that don't like button. And guys, if you want to find out how to win one of these 6 shirts, all you have to do is comment on the videos, and then you are entered to win, where I give away a shirt every Monday through Friday at the end of our news episodes. So, in case you didn't see behind me, above me, the little Bitcoin roller coaster guy, he's pretty bummed because he's going down. Oh, it's not fun. Oh. Yeah, so markets are going down. Now, there's a lot of speculation as to why the markets are going down. Obviously, nobody knows for sure why they're going down. But Upbit, South Korea's largest crypto exchange, is being investigated by police. The Chosun reports that the police believe the exchange has faked its balance sheets and deceived investors. While on defense, people are saying that they just don't understand crypto market liquidity and everything's okay with Upbit. Now, as of yesterday, withdrawals and exchanges on Upbit were still working, but because of the South Korean police investigating this, a lot of people are scared. A lot of FUD prices could go down. It's suspected by the police that what Upbit is doing is taking the money and putting that money into executive accounts, so not actually putting them on crypto market exchanges, and then just putting like fake stuff on the books so they can exchange this fake stuff, but they're actually just taking money. So there's a full-scale investigation going on. We will find out soon, and if they are wrong, boo, they will burn. Now, other news about what's going on there. Well, Mt. Gox has struck yet again. I think this is Mt. Gox 3.0. The first one was back in 2013, 2014. The second one was a few weeks ago, a couple of months ago, when we went from 20,000 down. And then yet again, boom, Mt. Gox. Maybe it's due to Mt. Gox, as we'll take a look at, or maybe just every time Bitcoin crashes, we're just going to blame it on Mt. Gox from now on, okay? But Mt. Gox 3.0, 8,200 Bitcoin moved from Mt. Gox wallet, possible sell-offs. So the Mt. Gox trustee, who was tasked to sell about 200,000 Bitcoin after the bankruptcy of the now defunct crypto market exchange Mt. Gox, is suspected to have dumped another 8,000 Bitcoin on the markets. Today, on May 11th, the dip of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies was triggered by the sell-off of Mt. Gox coins. It's speculated, but the 4 wallets selling 2,000 each for an 8,000 total. Now, the Mt. Gox trustee, he was asked to sell the 200,000 Bitcoin and convert it to yen by local financial authorities. So, because he's done it like this, it's suspected that he's done it on exchanges, not through like OTC stuff where it doesn't affect the Bitcoin price. However, there's another article here where is Mt. Gox to blame? And they suspect that experts say that even though Mt. Gox is selling Bitcoins, it couldn't make the slightest of impact to bring such a decline. Really, what they believe is causing it is just the decreased public interest in Bitcoin. Statistics show that there's over 600,000 Bitcoins exchanged every day. So what's an extra 2,000 going to do? Really not that much. But if we take a look at public interest, this is Bitcoin, as you can see up here, Bitcoin public interest over time. Well, back in December, January, when shit was hitting the fan, people were interested. Right now, not very much. We're 13% of where it was back then. Also in the news, Bitcoin's Pineapple Fund giving away its final donations. So they gave away a whole bunch of Bitcoin, and they gave money to their last charity just recently. So some people speculate that this could have caused the changes in Bitcoin's price. But I don't think really, because even though the Pineapple Fund gave away 5,104 Bitcoin, really they gave it to good things like the Open Medicine Foundation. And as the official Pineapple Fund website reads, the Pineapple Fund was an experiment in philanthropy with cryptocurrency wealth. What happens with your play money when it becomes a treasure chest and you're past the satiety point of money? I decided to donate the majority of my crypto to charities around the world with an open application process and funding charities big and small, focus my causes I believe in, and causes I know will work from my experiences. So that's cool. That's a good way to give a whole bunch of cryptocurrencies to some people who can use them. Now, technical analysis of what's going on with Bitcoin. You see, right now, Bitcoin's at a pretty low. Okay, could it come back? And could it finally break through that $10,000 mark? Now, as you can see here, over the past month, Bitcoin's been rejected by $10,000 2 times. Is the third time the charm? I ask you, is it? Well, based on this technical analysis here, this guy's predicting, yeah, potentially with what's going on there, also with what's going on with consensus, blockchain week, whole bunch of attention in New York City, also how May, June always tends to see spikes in cryptocurrency gains, could potentially break through $10,000 right here. Yeah, I think it's possible. And if you take a look, this guy's looking at, I think, the 4-hour candles, and you can see for a little bit on the RSI, Bitcoin was actually oversold, but only for a moment because people bought back in. People are always waiting on the sidelines to buy Bitcoin at the cheapest prices, and the easiest way to do that is just dollar cost average Bitcoin. If you don't know what that is, I made a video about it. Just search it. Now, that's that dude's technical analysis. Let's get into my technical analysis because obviously I'm a technical analyst expert. Not really, but so anyways, Bitcoin for the past couple of weeks was sitting between $9,000 and $10,000, just bouncing back and forth. So that was the first time it tested. There was the second time it tested. Now it broke through 9,000 on the way down. It also broke through the 21-day moving average. It broke out of this bullish channel that we had been riding in for a few weeks there. Also, on May 7th, we saw a bearish cross in the MACD. And as you can see here, the RSI is just dropping. It's starting to get towards the oversold territory, which is good for a long-term Bitcoin investor such as myself or other people who are hodling for the long term. Now, where is Bitcoin going to? Because this is a big question, and a lot of people want to know. A lot of people are shorting Bitcoin. They want to know, well, obviously, because I have a crystal ball and I can predict the future, I can tell you exactly where it's going. While I can't do that, I can tell you a few potential places. So just looking at the Fibonacci retracement here for the last bullish run that we had, we're coming up right on the 50%, which is a good pullback area, and that would be right at about $8,170 or $8,200. So that's one part where we could start to see a bottom. If it breaks through there, how about the 61.8 line, right at $7,750? Okay, if it breaks through there, man, $7,200. Okay, if it breaks through there, we're going to zero, definitely. But, even if we take a look at things over the grand scale of it, like, yes, the price is low. We've seen a lot of support right at the $6,500 mark. So will it hit the $6,500 mark again? Will we go down to $6,000 again? That's to be seen. It's certainly possible. If it happens, am I going to freak out? No, I'm just going to buy more Bitcoin at a discount. But I think with what's coming up with consensus, it is a huge, there's over 7,000 people going to be in New York talking about all Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. It is taking over the world. People attending is up like 400% since last year. So yes, I think that's going to draw a lot of attention, potential new investors, more people getting into Bitcoin, because you got to look at this. It's like the internet in the beginning. More and more people just find out about it. They get involved. Same with Facebook. In the beginning it was just a select few college kids. Then more and more people hear about it. They get involved. Same thing's happening with Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies all the time. People are getting in. I'm starting to get people texting me and emailing me again saying, how do I get into Bitcoin? How do I get into cryptos? So yeah, I think public adoption is getting there. And even this dude, the CEO of a multi-million-dollar fund, says now's the time to be building your positions. He believes, so Mark Harrington of Linksys Management believes that cryptocurrencies are in their infancy. I agree with him. And that now is the time to be building your positions. So as of right now, we actually don't really have a very good use case for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, one that everybody can use without even knowing they're using the blockchain. There's Steam, but it's still kind of clunky. It's hard to use. So we're still waiting for that, very much in the infancy, back in the dial-up days of the internet. He goes on further to say, we aren't in a bubble, but certain projects are inflated. The market cap will hit $1 trillion by the end of the year, and if ETFs and qualified custodian accounts are put in place, it will far exceed that. You remember not too long ago, there were predictions, I forget who by, maybe Tim Draper, that we could see $4 trillion easily, $40 trillion is possible. All right, so that's pretty crazy. The lows keep getting higher, but buy on the pullbacks, and most importantly, never sell at a loss. This is the very beginning. Guys, it is the very beginning. If you don't believe it, go read The Internet of Money by Andreas Antonopoulos. Okay, he was around with the beginning of the internet, and he says 100% Bitcoin is like the beginning of the internet. So if you wanted to be in on Google at the beginning, yes, get in and stay in now. Obviously not financial advice. Now, further experts, we have Roger Ver, the Bitcoin Cash expert, or should I say the Bcash expert. He expects Ethereum to outperform Bitcoin by the end of 2018. And he's not the first person. There was someone else last week who said that Ethereum's going to $15,000 per coin by the end of 2018. Bitcoin only $20,000 per coin, so flippening is likely now. Flippening, for those of you who don't know what that is where Ethereum would overtake Bitcoin as number one in coin market cap. Now, Ver says, I see it happening. I believe it's imminent. Ethereum could overtake Bitcoin by the end of the year, and Bcash could do the same before 2020. Now, while I agree with him, it's certainly possible for Ethereum. I mean, look at all the projects built on Ethereum. If they get sharding taken care of, then yes. But Bcash, really? I mean, larger block sizes. But look at all these second layer solutions coming out for Bitcoin. Do you really think that Bcash would be able to do that? And not only that, but for Bcash to actually become Bitcoin like he wants it to do, it would have to become the main chain for a long, long time in order to catch up with all those miners and actually be the main chain of Bitcoin. So, other news. This I see as reason why things are turning up for all of us. So millennials are buying cryptocurrencies to save for retirement. Cool. They're actually saving for retirement. But there was a study done recently by the National Institute on Retirement Security that said 95% of millennials are not saving adequately for retirement. Well, why would they? They're young. It's not in their mind. Even though, if you save like $1,000 a year from 12 to 25 and then never save again, you'll make more money. You'll have more money at retirement than if you save from 25 for the rest of your life $1,000 every year. Pretty crazy. That's how compound interest works. But there's a fact that 66% of working millennials have nothing saved for retirement. Probably because they're trying to pay off their bullshit college loans. Like, if you want to know why shit is fucked up in the US and maybe in the rest of the world, is because people are paying way too much for college degrees that are absolutely worthless from these bullshit universities who just build bigger college football fields. Maybe that's why they're not saving up for retirement, because they've been fucked by universities. But I'll get off my podium right there. And then, you see, however, it's different for cryptocurrencies. So 21.2% of college students that urge to buy cryptocurrencies, they've even used their financial aid money. So good for them, because that's probably going to be better than actually paying for college with it. All right. But that's okay. So anyways, they're using financial aid money to buy cryptocurrencies. Yeah, maybe that's the wrong thing. They're mining in their college dorm rooms using the electricity. Yeah, whatever. All this stuff. I look at this great because these people are the next people to shape the world. The millennials are the next people to shape the world. And if they are stoked on cryptocurrencies, guess what's going to take over the world? Cryptocurrencies, not banks. You don't hear them buying bonds from banks. You hear them buying cryptocurrencies because that is going to change the world. Also, guys, in Australia, there's a ban on cash purchases over $7,500. So purchasing anything over 10,000 Australian dollars with cash will soon become illegal. This step has been taken to crack down on tax evasion and encourage transition to a digital society. Well, it's definitely going to encourage transition to a digital society when everybody goes to Bitcoin. See, the government's about to allocate $300 million for the Black Economy Standing Task Force to basically crack down on people paying with cash, except for this screws some people who have cash businesses like strip clubs, okay, very important cash businesses. The ban may not be a big deal for individuals, but a number of small businesses are affected by this plan, especially those that deal majorly in cash. Yeah, it kind of sucks. And do I really care that the government's doing that? No, it's just going to push more people to use cryptocurrency because then they can do that stuff. Now, lastly, I just thought with good news. So, we talked about where Bitcoin could potentially go. I think, probably has found a bottom right around 8,200, but it may go further down. Am I scared? No, I'll just keep buying more. I really don't care. If it wants to go down to $2, I would be more than happy to buy hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin. Maybe, if it went down to $2, I would buy as many as I could, okay? But Bitcoin to reach $64,000 in 2019 based on the mining economy. And how did they get this? Well, first off, I mean, that's pretty cool. So we're going to see like an 8-time gain this year, potentially, just based on mining alone. They took a look at this. They estimated the current cash break-even price for an Antminer S7 model is $6,000 per Bitcoin. The newer and more powerful Antminer S9 features a lower break-even point at $2,368. That means to produce one Bitcoin is costing them $6,000. So you think the price is going to drop below that? That's going to be tough. I mean, really tough. The miners obviously aren't going to be selling any of their Bitcoin at that time, so there's going to be a lot more people hodling. And yeah. However, he thinks that in the future, with those prices, it's going to go up quite a bit, even to $64,000 by 2019. So all of those things, I think, are looking good, in my opinion. And again, this is just an opinion, not financial advice, guys. But in my opinion, this downtrend is temporary. If you look at it over the big scheme of things, I'm not looking to make $1 million tomorrow. Yeah, it would be really cool to make $1 million tomorrow, but I'm not looking to make $1 million tomorrow. I know that by being involved in cryptocurrencies, by learning as much as I can about cryptocurrencies, by becoming the best cryptocurrency expert that I can, in 2 to 5 years, shit's gonna pay off big time. So I hope that got you guys through the weekend. I mean, we just gotta get through the weekends. The weekends usually kind of drop in price a little bit. By Monday, blockchain week is starting, consensus, a lot of enthusiasm. I think prices will go up, but that's just my thoughts. I will catch you guys later. Let me know what you think down below. If you want to win one of these 6 shirts, make sure you comment down below because you'll be automatically entered to win for free. I'll catch you later. Love you guys. Peace.